Hello Year 7 clarinets and welcome to your next ensemble lesson. Today we're going to be looking at a more complicated piece called Blue Blazes. There are 3 parts to this piece. This was written by Thomas Gregory, and all I've done is I've just used the piano accompaniment that he's written and just written it out for clarinets. So let's have a look at part 1. Okay, now before we do, let's just make sure that our tongues are warmed up. I trust that you've warmed up your bodies already, so I'm going to just do some rhythms with my tongue and I want you to repeat them straight back to me. Great, now let's warm up every note. So I want to hear, you're going to play back a rhythm. We're going to start off with the note G, then we're going to go to F, then E, then D, then C. If you're not sure about any of those notes, have a look at the finger chart at the top, and that's going to show you how to play them. So G first. Now F. Now E. Now D. Now C. Great. Can we do this rhythm ascending? I'm going to go ta, ta, ti, ta. Sounds like this. On each note, all the way from C all the way up to G. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good, guys. Well done. The next note that we need to look at is the note A. Have a look at the finger chart right at the top. It's the last note. A is super easy. You just have G, which has got no fingers down at all, and you just put your first finger onto this top key here. Repeat back after me, please. Now G, A, staccato this time. Very good. There are also 2 other notes in this piece that we need to look at. Can you have a look at the second line? Can you have a look at the second bar of the second line? And can you see after on the 3rd and 4th quartets of that bar? So the first 2 notes are a G, then it goes to an F. And we've also got this like hashtag sign in front of it. And because we're doing music today and not Instagram, we call this a sharp. I know loads of you already know that. I can always hear you shouting it at me through the computer. And a sharp raises a note by a half step. So it means that all of the F sharps in that, all of the Fs in that bar are going to be sharps. And I think actually every single F that we play in this piece, yep, every F we play in this piece is an F sharp. So I want you to ignore this. We're never playing this F natural in this piece. We're going to change it by playing this F sharp. So it's our first finger on that hole, on that first hole. Me then you. F sharp and E. F sharp and G. Great, guys, well done. The other note that we have to do, can you see we've got another sharp? Can you just see if you can find out where the other sharp is in this music? Exactly, it's bar 11. Bar 11 is the 3rd line, 3rd bar. We've got that sharp in front of a D. That's telling us it's a D sharp. So have a look. We've got a normal D, and I'm going to use this key here, this bottom key, with my right hand, just to remember which is my right and left, there, okay? So this is D, this is D sharp, okay? And the same way that we're using just this bit of our finger for an A, we use just that bit of our finger for a D sharp. So me then you, I'm gonna do a D and then a D sharp. Here we go. Good, can we do D sharp and E? Great. Now remember, I think we spoke about this last time. I can't actually remember. I've done so many of these videos now. I'm losing count. So whenever we've got a note that is sharpened, we make an E sound after. It's actually the same if it's flattened as well. So for example, this is going to be, instead of saying F, we're going to say fees, and instead of saying D, we're going to say dees. The reason for this is that if you're going along saying F for all the notes, you'd probably play an F natural rather than an F sharp, okay? So we make sure that we make an E sound after to remind ourselves that it is a sharpened or a flattened note. The reason why it's the same for sharps and flats is because in the pieces that we're playing at the moment, it's rare that we play a piece that's got a flat and a sharp in it, okay? So let's get cracking with this piece of music. Let's have a look right at the beginning. Can you see that we've got our G clef and then we've got a 4 and a 4? That is telling us that there are 4 crotchet beats in a bar. So I want us to just kadai the first 3 bars because the notes and the rhythm are exactly the same. Have a look down in the corner for the kadai sounds. Freeze the video if you want to practice. Here we go. We're going to say and clap the kadai sounds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ta, ti, ta. Ta, 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 ta. Great, and then can you see the next bar? There is a circle. If you have a look down there in our kadai sounds, it's telling us that it is a 4-beat note. The fancy word for that is a semi-breve, and it's going to sound like this. Ta. Great, and then after that, can you see that you've got 2 thick lines and 2 dots? Remember, that's our repeat marks. It means we're going to go right the way back to the beginning. And then we're going to play again, and then can you see where it says 1? That means that the first time you play that, that's the first time bar. Instead of playing it for the first time, we're going to jump on to where it says 2, and that means the second time you play that, okay? So it'll go ta, ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, ta, beginning, ta, ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, 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 second time bar, ta. Okay, and what's super good about this is that we are just using 2 notes. We are using E and D. So first off, can we just say the kadai? We're going to say the notes right there from the beginning with the repeat. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, E, D, D. E, E, D, D. E, E, D, D. D, E, E, D, D. E, E, D, D. E, E, D, D. D. Great. Can we now please try saying and miming? Let's just do it for the first time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. E, E, D, D. E, E, D, D. E, E, D, D. D. Great. Can we try playing it? We'll slow down the tempo a bit. I know it says lively, but let's not go too lively just yet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great, and then you go back and you'd repeat it. Let's now jump down to figure A. We don't really need to say the kadai sounds because they are all tars. Let's try saying the notes. Remember what I said about how we say F sharps. Here we go. 1, 2, say the notes. G, 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 fees, fees. G, 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 fees, fees. Great. Can we say a mime? 1, 2, here we go. G, 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 fees, fees. G, 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 fees, fees. Let's play it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. You might have noticed just then that I was playing it at a quiet piano dynamic because it tells me to. And I was also playing the notes really, really short because can you see underneath the notes we've got a dot. Because the dot is under the note, not to the side, it's telling us about the way that we need to play those notes. So the word for it is staccato, which you've probably heard before. It means that you need to play it short and spiky. So making sure that you start your note with a t sound is even more important here, okay? Let's jump down to the third line. Those 2 bars, the ones with the staccato crotchets, are identical to what we've just done. And then can you see where you've got the D sharps? That's the rhythm from the beginning, okay? So can we say the Kadai signs from figure 10? So can we say the Kadai signs for the whole of the third line? Here we go. 1, 2, Kadai, go. Ta, 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 ti, ta, ta. Great. Freeze the video if you want to practice that. If not, we're going to now say the notes. Remember that we're saying feast instead of F and dies instead of D. Ready? 1, 2. Say the notes. G, 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 G. Feast, feast. Dies, 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 dies. Good. Let's now try saying and miming. 1, 2. Here we go. G, 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 G. Feast, feast. Dies, 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 dies. Great. Let's have a go at playing this time. I'm going to load my screen so you can see my fingers. Remember, this is how I play a D sharp. It's my bottom one of these 4 keys. Here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And when I played those Ds, the D sharps, you will have noticed that I played them with I played them getting louder, because can you see you've got that crescendo, and then the last sound is fortissimo. And can you also see that I've got these symbols that look a bit like this? Okay. If we've not spoken, I think we have spoken about these before. These are called accents, and it means that you need to give those notes a bit more of a kick. When I was learning music, my music teacher told me that they look a bit like crocodile teeth. So it would remind me that I need to give the notes a bit more of a bite. Okay, right, let's have a look now at figure B. And just see if you can spot any similarities to earlier on in the piece. Very good. So the rhythm and the structure is identical to the first bar. The only thing that's different is the notes. So instead of going E, E, D, D, we're going to go G, G, A, A. Okay, so can we just try saying and miming the whole of figure B, and we'll just do it for the first time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, G, A, A, G, G, A, A, G, G, A, A, D. Great. Can we try playing it? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, guys. Well done. Right. This time we're going to play the whole piece with the repeats. Okay, so remember, when you come up to that repeat bar, it's telling you which bar you need to go for which time. If it's got a 1 above it, it means that's what you play the first time. If it's got a 2 above it, it means that's what you played the second time. Okay, if you need to freeze the video to practice it, then please do. If not, let's play with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good job, guys. Well done. Okay, that was part 1. We're going to have a look at part 2 now. You're not to move on to part 2 until you can play part 1 absolutely perfectly. Part 2 isn't really any more difficult than part 1, but we're going to make sure that we can play every single thing really, really well, just so that when we come to putting it all together, we're really confident with every part. So here is part 2. Can you see that the rhythm is exactly the same as what we've just done? Okay, so the first line is going ta, ta, ti, ta. So we don't need to practice saying those rhythms again. What we do need to practice is saying the notes. So just take 10 seconds, practice, figure out the notes of the first line. I'm actually only going to give you 5 seconds because there are only 2 notes. Here we go, let's say the notes. Ready? First line, 1, 2, 3, 4. G, G, A, G, G, A, G, G, A, A. Good, and exactly the same as we did before. Can you see there's a repeat mark? First time bar, you play it the first time, second time bar, you play it the second time. Let's try playing it. Actually, say in mine. 1, 2, here we go. G, G, A, A, G, G, A, A, G, G, A, A, A. Good, let's play it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good, guys. Well done. Let's jump all the way down to the second line this time. Again, we've got our same rhythms. I think they're the same. Oh no, they're slightly different. We've got a minim this time as well. So we're going to go ta, ta. Actually, just take 10 seconds, figure out the Kadai sounds of the second line. Go. Okay, here we go. Kadai. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, 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 ta. 2, ta, 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 ta. Great. Take 5 seconds, figure out every single note. The lowest note is a C, the highest note is an E. Go. Very good. Here we go. Say the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 D. E, E, E. C, 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 D. E. Great. Can we say a mime? 1, 2. Here we go. C, 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 D. E, E, E. C, 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 D. E. Let's play it, making sure that we're being observant of the dynamics and the articulation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, look at the third line this time. Can you see that the first 2 bars of the third and second line are identical? Let's just have a look at the last 2 bars of this line. We've got those sharp signs again in front of the Fs. So remember that we're going to say feast because it's an F sharp, not an F natural. Here we go. Let's just go straight into saying the notes because it's the same rhythm as before. 1, 2, feast, go. Feast, 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 feast. Good. Say mine. 2, 3, 4. Feast, 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 feast. Good. Play it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Make sure that you include the crescendo and those accents. Let's go all the way from figure A all the way up to figure B this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Well done, guys. Fantastic. Figure B. The rhythm is and the structure is exactly the same as the first line. Let's just try saying and miming it. Here we go. 1, 2, figure B. G, G, feast, feast. G, G, feast, feast. G, G, feast, feast. A. Good. Let's try playing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Can we try playing the whole piece this time? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, guys. Well done. Okay, on now to part 3. So let's figure out, we're just going to go straight into playing the first line because if you have a look, the first line at part 3 and the last line of part 2 are basically exactly the same. We've just got G, G, and fees. Ready? First line, 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, well done. Figure A. Oh, look, we've got the rhythms that we had in the first part. Have a look at the second bar. We've got a note that is lower than our lowest note that we've played so far. So I'm going to introduce you to a brand new note on the clarinet. How exciting. If it's going to be one step lower than a C, we need to go backwards in the musical alphabet. So it's going to be a B. So let's get our C's ready. And the way that we play a B is not following the logical pattern where we just add another finger. No, no. We're going to skip a note and we're going to use this finger instead, okay? So it's like a C plus your middle finger. And that's a B, okay? Repeat back after me on a B. B and C. Brilliant, you got it. Let's just try going B, B, D, D. Sounds like this. Very good. We just played the second bar of figure A, which is great. Fantastic. Can we now practice saying and miming all the way from figure A all the way up to figure B? Be careful, 2 bars before figure B, we've got that rhythm again that's going ta, ta, ti, ta, ta. Okay, here we go. Say and mime all the way from figure A to figure B. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 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 E. B, B, D, D. E, 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 E. B, B, D, D. E, 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 E. B, B, D, D. B, 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 B. Very good. Can we try playing it from figure A, being careful of the dynamics and the articulation? I'll lower my screen so you can see my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Now let's just have a look. Lastly, at figure B, our notes are going to be an E, a D, and then when we get to the first time bar, we've got an F sharp. So can we just say and mime figure B all the way to the end? Ready? 1, 2, say and mime. E, E, D, D. E, E, D, D. E, E, D, D. Fees. Good. Let's try playing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, let's do the whole piece this time. Be careful of the repeats, be careful of the dynamics, and be careful of the articulation. Here we go. 1, 2, beginning. Good job, guys. Well done. The next challenge that we have to do is to put all of this together. So we're going to be using some software in a moment that's going to make it into 3 different parts. Make sure that you don't go onto each different part until you can 100% play the individual part first. But really well done. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you very soon. Okay, let's turn this into a piece of ensemble music now. In the next videos, there are 3 separate recordings of Blue Blazes, and each time there's one of the parts missing. The first time, the first part is missing, the second time, the second part is missing, and the third time, the third part is missing. I'd like you to please practice filling in those missing parts. So the first time you play it, you play the first part, Second time, second part, third time, third part. I've used some software called Acapella, which you can download off the off the App Store, and you can have a go with recording your own videos like how I've just done. Okay, hope you enjoy. Hello, this is Blue Blazes. For the first recording, which we're going to do now, I would like you to please play part 1. Myself and my 2 other helpers are going to play part 3 and the teacher part. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the second recording of Blue Blazes, and for this I would like you to please play the second part. I will be playing the first part, the third part and the teacher part. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the third recording of Blue Blazes, therefore I'd like to play the third part. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4.